Remi, coming at you from the Remi and Jules show, and we're here at Sammy's in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're just hanging out, we're shooting some video, we're having some fun, and we just met a new friend. This is our friend Duke. Got into a random conversation with him. He happens to be a Democrat and has a lot of great beliefs that actually that we share on the show, more as libertarian ideals. And one question that I asked him, and I'll ask you again, not along political lines, but I asked you about Edward Snowden specifically, and I said, if I were to say Edward Snowden, hero or traitor, what would you say?
I would say he's a hero, and to me, his rightful sentence should be maybe 4 years, but suspended after about 3 or something. You know, in other words.
So bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back. Yeah.
Without restriction.
No, because I think he did a valuable thing. You know.
So by telling American citizens about what was going on with the NSA, and he wasn't a whistleblower because he wasn't a government employee, he was a contractor.
That's right. He's taking huge chances doing this. I mean,
And he gave up his whole life.
yeah, that's right.
He's living in Russia. He's living off of ramen noodles.
Oh, well, he was living a good life. Yeah,
He was living in Hawaii with a beautiful girlfriend who was a dancer.
Yeah, he had money, a lot of money coming in.
Yeah, it was, making 6 figures a year,
That's right.
but bring him back. But Duke happens to be a Hillary supporter, but also...
Hillary's ready to go. Hillary's ready to go from day one. You know, she's...
But you told me that you thought that maybe she's a little hawkish on some
She's
policy.
a little hawkish, yeah.
A little too pro-war?
A little too pro-war for me.
But is it that you don't think that there's another candidate that's stronger than her, that's better than her now?
Well, Bernie...
Tell me, if the vote was tomorrow, would you feel like you were holding your nose and voting for her? Or would you really be...
No, I'll gladly vote for her. No, Hillary's ready.
Now, Duke.
That's my Republican friend over there.
Ma'am, and who are you voting for?
Yeah, I'm a Trump girl.
Trump?
Wow.
Donald Trump! All right. And why are you supporting Trump?
Because we need somebody to change this country and get people like this one to quit thinking the way he thinks.
I love that. I just love this. And you guys are friends.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How long have you been friends?
10 or 12 years ago.
Well, yeah, probably even longer.
But do you have political conversations?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
I love that. That's great.
You're supposed to be able to have your own opinion.
Yes, absolutely. This is America.
And have your own opinion
And
is
have
what
your
she
own
just
opinion.
that's what she just said. Now, what do you think about like Hillary with her emails? Does that trouble you at all, Duke?
Nah, they don't bother me.
No.
What do you think about her role in Benghazi?
That don't bother me at all. It's a Republican Trump though.
Do you feel that there's any kind of problematic issues with her saying that she's a women's rights supporter, but her husband being such
she's
a...
actually accomplished. This one.
I think she's been pretty effective for as women's rights, children's rights.
But what about her husband? Doesn't her husband tarnish her championship of women's rights?
He likes
Well, I
women.
asked that
He
question.
likes
I've been
women.
dealing with this
It's
for
a great question. A lot of people ask Hillary supporters that.
Nothing.
He still likes women.
And what do you think is worst about Hillary?
Oh, there is a laundry list and I don't have time to do it. There's not enough beer.
John, how you doing, buddy?
John, who are you supporting for president?
I'm not supporting anybody yet. Hey, dude. Good to see you. Sir. How
What
you
direction do you lean, John?
doing? Without a doubt, to the right.
To the
Okay,
right.
Another one to the right.
And who?
Yeah, there's going to be a large list of those this year, I think.
What is your opinion of Ted Cruz, Donald Trump?
I'm not sure I like any of them yet. I guess I'm kind of standing independent.
What did you think of Rand Paul?
Didn't like him much at all.
You didn't
Did
like
you like
Rand?
Ron Paul?
No,
No.
neither one of them actually. I don't like. Basically, as a result, they're not as conservative as I'd like to see them be.
And
Ron
what
Paul wasn't as conservative as
No,
you'd like?
no.
What
I'm
issues-
a Reaganite, so.
what issues
yeah.
did he let you down on?
Wow, I guess in all reality, the biggest thing was the tax plan. Do what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't
say
it
what you
Reagan's
said.
birthday today? Let's go easy on Reagan.
Hey.
Or was it
What
yesterday?
if I told you Reagan fucked up the whole fucking system?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I think trickle down worked.
How do you feel about the drug war?
I think it's a waste. In all reality, I'd like to see it legalized and taxed. That side of the coin, I kind of agree with.
But as a first step towards that, would you feel decriminalization would be a good first step in sort of ending the drug war? As far as stopping putting drug addicts in jail for years and years?
You could do that, and that would certainly be one way to approach it. But even if you went ahead and just legalized it altogether, such as other states have done, I think you would probably take care of that problem all by itself. People that broke the law knowing.
Yeah, even people
So
with
if they
even
broke the
people
law,
with heroin.
But what about addicts? I mean,
Even people with heroin, if they had a
make
doctor's
it that way. You didn't make
prescription to get it, it would be
They
better.
did choose that.
some people
they
do
did
have
get to make a
addictive
choice.
personalities, though.
Sure.
And you know,
Sure.
some people can go to a party one time and let's say try a drug, and they're hooked, and they can't stop.
They've certainly convinced us that they are. Yeah,
What
I'm
is
not
your
sure they are.
What is your opinion of returning veterans that say, along the medical marijuana issue, that say it helps them with their post-traumatic stress? Do you think that should be available to them?
Sure. Through ABC stores, through some sort of line that allows us to control age.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem most people have is kids running around doing stuff that they shouldn't be
And
doing.
now the CBD oil bill has passed in North Carolina, but we're still not able to produce it or sort of sell it legally here. So there's a gray area to that too. We've also passed a hemp legalization. We're doing a model project for a couple of hemp farms in, I think it's the eastern part of the state.
There's a hemp farm down about like a half mile from where my dad's old farm was.
Really? And where's that?
Spring Oak, North Carolina. And yeah, it's out there growing in the fields. Yeah,
that's him for making
I wrote
clothes, right?
I wrote
It's a little bit
letters.
different
I wrote
And
letters.
building material, yeah.
I wrote letters to Terry Sanford and Jesse Helms back in 1987. I mean, I'd been reading in High Times about the good benefits of hemp, and I wrote like a letter, to all those benefits. Multiple sclerosis, everything that marijuana helps.
Right, MS.
Marijuana is a good
Cancer
good
patients.
drug.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that.
I can give you the information.
Yeah.
So, what is your opinion, though? I mean, you say you're a Hillary supporter. What is the deal with Hillary and Bill? And they've never pushed for these issues before. I mean, you say
Bill went along with the whole corporate Democrat thing, yeah.
You don't think Hillary's pushing the corporate?
I think Hillary could be totally different, yeah. Totally could, she could get in there and be like Bernie Sanders.
Well, why don't you just support Bernie Sanders then?
I like Bernie, but...
So what's keeping you from voting for Bernie?
But Hillary is you got to have a transition piece. You can't go drastically to Bernie Sanders ideas.
Because you feel they're more socialist, or
They're more, health care to everybody, education, free semi, whatever. No, that needs to take a year or so off, transition in.
And what is your opinion on the free handouts of education? You think that's going to help or hurt?
I think if something's free, then
somebody's got to pay for it.
you're going to end up with that exact value at the end, which would be zero.
You get what you pay for?
Yeah, pretty much.
Take it out of the rich.
And who's
Ask
gonna
these
pay for
kids
all
to
the
stay.
free stuff?
Ask these kids to stay. Do they feel like their engineering degree is worth $60,000 a year they're
The
paying to
rich
get
have
it?
been getting by with murder. The rich have been getting by with murder since Reagan, essentially. I listen to Tom Hardman. I listen to Stephanie Miller. I'm a dedicated liberal.
Have you ever heard of Lou Rockwell?
Nah,
How about Tom Woods?
nah.
No.
You know Tom Hardman?
No.
You
Oh,
know?
it's Ron Paul.
I was like, he's not in the race.
I know. He's
Yeah.
suspended. He's still on the ballot,
Just
though.
didn't know he
He's
was
still
not
on the ballot.
he wasn't in the race anymore.
Well,
So-
hey, look,
Wait.
I've got more than a
Come
bracelet.
back.
Oh
That's the Ron Paul logo from his 2008-2012 campaign.
Why
And that's-
Why do you like him so much?
Why do I like Ron Paul so much? I lean more libertarian. I'm for non-aggression. I'm anti-war. I'm for decriminalizing drugs. And I'm for people taking personal responsibility. Property rights. I'm not for eminent domain. And Ron Paul was the champion of all that. I'm for really sticking to the Constitution. And I feel like he was the champion of the Constitution. And his constituents just really stuck by him because he stuck by the Constitution. He didn't bend or break. He wasn't in it to try to make friends. He was often, the lone voice on certain bills. He's for privacy. He's for auditing the Federal Reserve. I don't know why anybody else isn't going crazy about auditing the Federal Reserve. This is a banking system that was instituted in 1913, and we've let them run wild ever
The
since.
gold system, that sucks.
We're never going to go back to the gold standard at this point, but auditing the Fed, that's not crazy. That's not a radical ideal. Why wouldn't we audit these banks?